Eggman is evil, Goku. I know, I'm glad you finally understand. Let's fight together. In that moment, they knew what they had to do. Hello there, YouTubes. It's been a while since I've done a video. Just been busy with doing other shit. I've been playing decks. It's just not really any difference in the decks. Slight modifications here and there, but no reason really for a deck profile. I might do the deck profile. I got second place in teams with my red Rolly deck. It's a bit better than one I played previously, but I don't know. I might. But I did second place today with pseudo second with Gohan. I tied with second with somebody. I use leader a lot. I don't play the way most people play it, I think. Not a huge fan of the triple flash. I think it's solid, it's strong, but there's so many ways around it and to stop it. It doesn't really feel like it's worth it. The leader's kind of good. I dislike the fact that he doesn't draw. I feel like they keep making these Gohan leaders solid, but they just need a little bit more. If he drew one when he attacked, it'd be good. His deal damage to me, deal damage to you thing isn't that amazing. It's only useful a couple times. So you burst 2, hit yourself for 1, and then you hit your opponent for 1, which is really good. Wake and draw 2, I really dislike that. I wish he untapped an energy and drew 1 or untapped 2, he'd be so much better, but it is what it is. I still like him a lot. When you flip him, he has 3 effects, which is solid. We only use 2 of the effects of the deck, because realistically we don't need the second one. But when this card attacks, draw 1 card, solid, sparking 5 is pretty easy to get. Use the effect twice, and then 1 arrival, you're good to go. Then once per turn when you use an alliance, you can kill someone with 30,000 or less. We don't ever do that because we don't run any alliance cards. And then activate Sparking. Choose 3 cards in your hand, place them in the drop area, and then all your red-green stuff and itself gain 10,000 power, which is really good. Really allows you to buff your dudes up. All your small dudes become strong. Everything basically becomes a threat. And realistically, dropping 3 cards, you can drop like an extra card and 2 other cards. So you're dropping like 15,000 max combo power, or a bunch of 10Ks in your hand to get everything 10,000, so it's definitely worth it. So just I should do a shout out to Gabriel Aguilar from Team Shenron. I played him against Team Wars, and I really did like his deck a lot. It actually sparked the idea for this whole deck, because I'm wanting to use leader for a while because it was stamped, and I do like this engine a lot. This is not an exact copy of his deck. He did running the Vegetas and some cards later on I'll give him another shout out for. Really allowed me to think about this deck and want to build it. So the Vegeta is good. It's a 1-drop. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck and grab a Goku. Yes, you can technically grab the Vekus, but we don't run any Vekus, so it's pointless. And then at the end of the turn, it goes to your hand, which is really good because you can summon a couple of these and then use your leader effect, and these are 20k striker, so it's really solid. Also, I did Vegeta first because my buddy Martian Vegeta actually prefers Vegeta more, so... next we run 2 of these Vegetas. We only run 2 of these. It's not the best card, but it could situationally be good. And so we have more Vegeta targets. That's another reason why. Sparking 2, get a Gogeta or a Goku to your hand, and then you can make something by 5k. It's pretty solid, plus it goes back to your hand, so we don't often need to play it because we play better stuff, usually, but you never know. Next we run 4 of the Gokus, same thing like the Vegeta. We don't run Vekus, but it is a 10k, gets the Vegeta that we need, and it can push some early game pressure, which is nice. Plus it goes in, and it keeps going to your hand, so if you draw one off this card, there's so much value. We run 2 2-drops, just so we can keep our ratios at 6 and 6. This one's solid, because it can gain 5k when it strikes. Never play it, but it's just nice to have the extra Gokus. I feel like if I didn't have 6 and 6, I would have ratio problems, and 6 6 just seems perfect. You can drop down if you want to, maybe run a 3-drop. I don't see a point to that, but if you want to, you can. Getting into the main win con of the deck, we run 3 of the 6-drop Gogetas. Really strong card. Pay a 4 red energy, draw 2, and then drop a red Goku and Vegeta. What's really nice about this effect, even if like Bloodlust or whatever, you still draw the 2 cards because it's not part of the summoning, it's part of the cost, which is really nice. It can't be KO'd, which is cool. You need a red Saiyan leader, which we do have. And this card can attack an active battle card once per turn, so if your opponent does have a creature left on board, you just punch it in the face, and then you can Chidori on top of it, which is really nice. The main win con of the deck is this guy. He's really strong, really powerful. Drop 2 red cards, and so many cards in the deck are red. I've never had a problem with this effect, honestly, going off. Especially with your leader, drop 3 off-color cards that you guarantee have red and just go off. What's really good about this is that we do run a lot of 10Ks, but those 10Ks are also red, so it allows us to get like drop cards that are practically useless anyways. This is a board clear, or it can burn your opponent for 2 damage, which is really nice because it's usually how I win games. I try to get, it's cool to win with this. I don't need to, but it's just kind of nice to, oh, opponents at 2 life, they think they can live, and then bam, you drop this guy just to win. People don't like it, I bet, but like it's pretty funny and it's kind of cool. Because we are running red-green, we run this Gogeta, strong arrival card, red-green combo, pay a red, drop this guy and kill something. Really strong, allows you to push pressure, plus allows you to remove something on your opponent's turn, and then when you're really swinging for game, this thing being a 30,000 double striker is just so much value. It just hurts so much your opponent. Plus, we also run one of these guys. I may end up dropping it or somehow increasing it to 2. The only reason why we run it is because it's a 15k striker, and with your leader effect, it becomes a 25k single striker. Honestly, the goal of this deck is just to put a lot of pressure on your opponent. But if you do end up going second, I would highly recommend playing defensive, just because this deck can lose going second, and you definitely need to make sure your opponent can't push you in pretty hard. For these Gokus, you can run less if you want to, but I like this card a lot. Another shout out to Gabe is because he's the one who ran the Faded Kaioken Son Gokus with the Piccolos, which I'm going to show you in a second. I'm not sure if it was his idea or not. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But he was the first person I saw use it, so I got the idea from him. So shout out to Gabe once again. This card's really good. I can double a rival sometimes, summon the Gogeta and this guy. Really good. Take a life, swing in, and you get to summon the Piccolo, and he gains 10,000. It's just so much value off this card. And these Piccolos are really good. It's actually how I ended up beating Matt, mainly with this card, just because I played him, punched him for a lot, basically dropped his hand down a good amount, and that just blew up the Goku and killed his Goku Black, allowing him to neg 2 cards from his hand and then swing at him. Just so much damage and allows push pressure in. Good card, comes in for free. Definitely love this card a lot, and it's Piccolo, so it's pretty dope. I run these ones just because we're going to be at low life anyways. I picked Goten just because it was in the structure deck that I had next to me. It was easier to pull these out than something else. Yeah, you take a lot of damage quickly. This is the best one to get. So I run 4 After Image because it's a free negate. Next something by 10. It doesn't negate the attack, which does suck, but it's a free negate, and that's why we run it. We don't really have the energy, since we don't untap to get stuff back, to really worry about. I guess you could run a different negate, but the fact that it's free, it really helps out a good amount. And we need some way to defend ourselves. So I run 2 Vegeta the Cruel and 2 Denial of Hopes. I do this because I don't often need Denial of Hope. It's only really good going second, or if I need to push myself past another turn. So I don't always need it. Plus this is red, not a combo power. And Vegeta the Cruel is really nice because it allows me to get rid of something else that was already on the board, and opponent negs a card. So it's a 2-2, and this deck isn't really control-y, so it's honestly perfect ratios right there. If you want to somehow switch up as you want, it's up to you. The last counterplay card are these 2. An Unexpected Turn. This card's really powerful, really strong. If your opponent has a big board, it's really the only universal counterplay card that gets rid of big bodies. Since so many other ones hit low to the ground, if your opponent has a bunch of small stuff and they try to go into something, this stops it right there. It stops that, and it blows up all their small stuff, which is really good. So I definitely love this card. It's really good against control decks if they try to do some crazy crap. It won't kill most of their stuff, but it'll definitely stop the big boy they're trying to summon. So I definitely highly recommend running 2 of these in decks. I threw 2 of these into my Brawler deck, and I like it a lot. So there you go. 1 Double Strike Kai. This card never really came into play. I only drew it 1 time in the tournament. I just charged it. I just need another red to push for game, and then 1. But if you wanted to swap this out for another Gogeta, you can. I think it's usually pretty nice to have way to double strike your opponent on a card that they can't normally double strike. Surprise your opponent's usually how you win. You guys know by now, if I run red to green, I like to throw this in if I can. As a 2 of it's solid. Not good against everybody, but as a 1-drop green. Plus, it's also green as well, so I can combo it away with my effects. If you don't like this card, just run more Vegetas. I think this is a nice card because I can drop it for 1 green energy, give it 10,000 to 25k striker, plus it replaces itself. So I'm not losing anything, I'm gaining a card off it, so it's nice. This card's good against control matchup. I actually threw 2 of these in because I was watching a stream between, I think it was Eric Hill versus the Broly player from the weekend. And I saw he had Foreseeing Hit. I was like, Foreseeing Hit's a really good card. I had an extra space, so I threw this guy in there. It's really strong. It's definitely running against control players. It allows you to rip 2 cards out of your hand. They don't want them to have. Last card of the deck is Frieza Army Reborn. I chose this red one just because it's 5 red. It's easy to play. I'm going to have the red anyway. It's strong. Destroy your opponent and go for a game. Good luck and have fun, boys.